Hey there. So the game that I'm featuring today uh, is Total War Warhammer. So the thing about Total War Warhammer is that আমার মনে হয় এটা এমন একটা গেম যেটা খুব ignored. It was just ignored. It didn't get enough attention. It didn't get the attention it deserved. Okay. কারণ কি একে তো এই গেমটা প্রপারলি ক্র্যাক হয় নাই, সো সব ফিচার নিয়ে খেলা যায় না। So বাংলাদেশে অনেকেই automatically didn't know about the game. আরেকটা ইস্যু হলো যে the game it belongs to a genre which is not that popular in our country anymore. Used to be a day when I used to see people play Total War Warhammer, not this version, the ones before, and Age of Empires stuff like that a lot. Uh, but এখন I guess the artist genre is not that relevant anymore. Or it is still relevant, but in our region it's not as appreciated. I guess that's a better way to put it. Anyway, so what I was thinking is that I'm just gonna show you guys how Total War Warhammer works, why the game should be appreciated, and what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Basically like a first impression, but not a first impression. It's just more like a why you should pay attention to Total War Warhammer. So that's about it. One more thing that a game DX12 support করে, one of the few RTS games. I think is the only RTS game at the moment. When I guess aside Ashes of Singularity, I guess that really supports it, was coded for it. So যাই হোক, without any delays, I'm gonna fire up a new campaign and see how that goes. Let's see, who should we play as? যেহেতু basic introduction, I guess we're gonna play as Emperor Karl Franz. So Emperor Karl Franz is the most standard hero you can get. So কেউ যদি পরে গেমটা খেলার আসলে ডিসিশন নিয়ে থাকো, you will be playing with him, I guess. So let's begin. আমি কাটসিনগুলো কাট করে দিচ্ছি because I don't want anyone to be spoiled. So here we go. So this is the campaign map, okay? It's a gigantic map. Total War Warhammer the universe is surprisingly big for an RTS game of this style. কারণ কি এটা কিন্তু traditional RTS এর মতো না. It's not like Age of Empires, for example, which was an amazing game as well. But the thing about Age of Empires was that it was a lot more interactive. It is a lot more about strategy making. তোমার মানে campaign খেলার actual value, I guess, is a lot more here, and it's not as competitive as Age of Empires. Age of Empires তুমি আরো 4-5 জন প্লেয়ার you could have a lot of fun. But in Total War Warhammer, it's you can really enjoy the campaign. So each has their pros and cons. So the visual you see right now, this is actually the game visuals, and this is your hero. You basically have a hero, and the hero সাথে একটা army assign করা থাকে. You move around the map, you have a certain amount of range that I'm showing, and a range there, range you can attack, execute other options, stuff like that. So that's how basically works. So to start off the game and show some of the combat abilities and stuff like that, আমি আর কি এটাকে হেলমেট লুন্ডেনহোম এটাকে অ্যাটাক করবো and দেখে কি হয়. Let's give it a try. So when you attack, your hero moves like that given the range. The first thing you encounter when you start a war, or you're about to start a war, the balance of power. Basically you get a balance of power, and as you can see, our army on it strong. Let's say we have the Rice Guard, a few extra missile units, so should be pretty good, or just active missile unit. So they really can't compete, and we have Karl Franz, who is a very good melee specialist. Now এরকম সিচুয়েশনে you can just auto resolve actually. Gameটা realize করছে that it will be sometimes boring for you to fight one-sided battles. Whether it's a losing or a winning one doesn't really matter, it's just boring, right? So এই জন্য এই auto resolve function আছে, and if I press this auto resolve with এত বড় একটা power lead নিয়ে, তাহলে I will probably win. But the thing is, auto resolve is not reliable. তুমি তোমার নরমাল স্ট্র্যাটেজি নিয়ে খেললে যে কটা আর্মি লস করতে, তার থেকে অনেক বেশি লস করতে পারো, অনেক বড় ক্ষতি হতে পারে। তোমার লিডার I think, how can I say this, this game has a feature where তোমার leader যদি wounded হয়ে যায়, he will not be available for multiple turns. This is a turn-based game as well. The campaign is turn-based, but the fighting is real-time based. It's a very interesting combination, but you will see what I mean. And এই জন্য এরকম রিস্ক সিদ্ধান্ত নেওয়া উচিত না, but it's best to fight your own battles unless the power gap is gigantic. Okay, so let's go and fight this battle. Battle of Grunberg. Oh god. Okay. So this is the Battle of Grunberg. This area is called Grunberg. As you can see, visually speaking, this game, given the fact that it's an RTS game, it looks pretty good. It really does. But the thing that impresses me the most is the character details. Okay, so if you zoom in and you watch the characters, this is very, very impressive to me. The প্রত্যেকটা character has a lot of detail. I mean, actual singularity অনেক details থাকে. This is another Emperor, Karl Franz. He has a shiny hammer or something like that. এগুলো আমাদের handgunners, swordsmen, you know, the crossbowmen, spearmen, and obviously the special unit, আমাদের মানে এই faction special unit, Reichsguards. So pretty cool. The look of the detail is pretty insane. However, there are more to it than this. A gamer mode there are অনেক factions আছে. So these are just a taste of the units that you can get. Okay, অনেক there are just tons of units. Okay, যেগুলো পরে যে reveal হয়. Anyways, so before you start a battle, তোমাকে এই গেমটা অপশন দেয় that you can sort how your army is deployed. Okay, so আমি চাইলে আমার সব মেলেকেও ফ্রন্টে রাখতে পারি, আমি আমার মিসাইলকেও ফ্রন্টে রাখতে পারি, অথবা আমি ম্যানুয়ালি ও একদম অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে পারি। I personally prefer playing in a manual setting যেখানে আমি জানি কোথায় কি হবে, বিকজ আমি এখানে দুটো জিনিস রিয়েলাইজ করতেছি। একে তো আমার opponent has a heal advantage, similar to Age of Empire, এখানে heal advantage অনেক বড় ম্যাটার করে। and আরেকটা জিনিস হলো যে I don't have direct vision, so similar to a lot of you may play I guess League of Legends, ওখানে বসে লুকায় থাকলে যেরকম ভিশন থাকে না, এখানে হইতে পারে যে এখানে certain units যেগুলো আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি। ওকে, সো এজন্য I need to be careful. So basically আমার what I'm gonna do is আমি আমার রাইস গার্ডকে এখানে রাখবো in a flanking position, যাতে ওরা নিজেরাও হিডেন হয়ে এই বুশ থেকে অথবা এই I guess জঙ্গল থেকে এখানে একটা ইউনিটকে ফ্ল্যাঙ্ক করতে পারে। Meanwhile আমি এখান থেকে মেলে ফ্রন্ট হিসেবে একটা ফ্রন্ট লাইন ক্রিয়েট করে আমি আগায় যাব। So if they get distracted and start firing me, I can then flank and get a good thing going. But এখানে একটা slight change, I want Karl Franz in the front because he's a very strong melee fighter. I want so we're good to go. And let's start. So they're moving. তুমি চাইলে এখান থেকে এই যে ডাউন সাইডে ফাস্ট ফরওয়ার্ড করে মুভ করতে পারো। You can make it faster slower, যে আমি এখন অনেক ফাস্ট মুভ করতেছি। তো যাই হোক, and meanwhile আমি আমার রাইক্সজার্ডকে বললাম এখানে চলে আসো। So এইখানকার যদি কোনো ইউনিট থেকে থাকে ওদের সব অ্যাটেনশন এখন এইদিকে, so you get to play out some of the strategy. তুমি হেলে ওঠার সাথে সাথে যেটা হবে, they will start firing their missiles and কিছু ক্যাজুয়ালিটি এখানে নিতে হবে, so my Reichsguard can properly flank. Okay, once my Reichsguards flank, I think the game is over. Let's go. Let's speed it up a bit. And it should be starting anytime now. এখন ওরা okay, there we go. তো এখন আমরা নরমাল স্পিডে গেলাম, এটা এখানে ফোকাস। আমি আমার ক্রসবোম্যানকে এখানে দিলাম, আমার হ্যান্ডগানারকে এখানে দিলাম, আমি আমার ওকে the war basically war শুরু হয়ে গেছে। And just look at this people flashing. Look at the amount of detail. For an RTS game, it's very impressive. যাই হোক, এখন one thing, like I said, the rice guard. আমি এখন আমার rice guardকে বললাম এখানে এসে flank করো। rice guard যদি ওদের flank করে অথবা even better flank the crossbow. So তাহলে কি হচ্ছে যে ওদের কোনো missile unit support থাকছে না। Whereas I have a lot of missile unit support and then I can run them back. Okay, the crossbowmen আমাদের notice করছে, but they have good amount of armor. Okay, so it should not be a problem. ওরা কি করতে হবে এখন যে crossbowmen গুলোকে out of the play করতে হবে. The crossbowmen won't be able to do much. So আমি এখন turn করে আবার ওদের মারব. So they will get crushed. Just look at it. And crushed. So you can use a lot of tactics, or maybe you can have a slow, more grindy style. Now আমি আমার missile unit গুলোতে আবার ওদেরকে target the crossbowmen because আমার the melee unit গুলা বেশ comfortable. Let's see Carl fight a bit. Where is that? Okay, here is Carl fighting. And boom. A lot of details among the units. And frame rate are constant. You can see the, one of the cool things, you can see how they're firing. And or our reload for you can see the reloads, and none of the units actually have unlimited bullets or something like that. So if you fire for too long, you can't just camp. Okay, you have to eventually just give up and fight melee. So okay, they're getting a lot of arrows. You can see the arrows firing in. Let's get a better view. Yep. And আমরা বেশ ভালো পজিশনে আছি। এখন যেটা করতে পারি যে আমরা রাইস গার্ডকে নিয়ে আবার ঘুরাই, আমরা এই ক্রসবোম্যানের উপর অ্যাটাক করতে পারি। Let's go. So yeah, they are now chasing them. And আমরা আমাদের মিসাইল ইউনিটগুলোকে এদিকে ফোর্স করতে পারি যাতে আমাদের যে ইউনিটটা এখন একটু স্ট্রাগল করছে ওরা আবার স্ট্রাগল না করে। আমি আমার পাইক্সম্যান কেন বলতে এজ অফ এম্পায়ার রেফারেন্স I can say that hey, focus on this sword. And meanwhile আমার রাইস গার্ডরা এখানে ওদের রাশ করতেছে, they're just crushing them. Okay, because close range the crossbowmen really can't do anything. It's a really one-sided fight now. And up here কি হচ্ছে দেখা যায়, where the hell is Carl? So Carl's friends একটু weakened হয়ে গেছে, তাই he's taking it back. Your emperor will take a tactical retreat if he does seem weak. So that's about it. I can just rally him back, but it's not advisable in situations like that. Check, আমার রাইস গার্ড একেবারে ওদের sword unitগুলোকে পালাই দিচ্ছে, and then I can just flank with them again and take down the Helmut Lundenhof or whatever the hell this guy's name is. Oরা এখন tired, winded, as you can see. One other thing to note that you can't just willy-nilly use your units. They have a stamina as well. So it's a position unit to use them. But yeah, I'm just gonna force them. I'm gonna force them to flank here, and let's go. And should be rather one-sided now. এখন আমি Carl flank নিয়ে আসতে পারি. Okay, go attack now because now it's completely one-sided. There isn't much to this fight anymore. কোনো relevant unit of বেঁচে নেই. And most of my missile units are still alive. So yeah, it is what it is. As long as we draw breath, let's fast forward and victory. So after the victory happens, তুমি চাইলে বসে বসে সবাই মারতে পারো if you want. As you can see, I'm chasing this guy. This is quite hilarious. Oh, the enemy lord is dead. Oh, okay. So Carl basically enemy lord made a or you can just end the battle, which I'm gonna do now. So আমরা কি দেখতেছি, আমরা 601 জনকে ডিপ্লয় করছি, losses were 199, and he deployed around 571 and losses were 494. So it's a decisive victory or close victory maybe. I could have had a decisive victory if I paid more attention, but since I was explaining a lot of stuff, it got a little hairy in my opinion, but still a good enough victory. And I think I've showcased enough to you guys to realize how this game works and stuff like that. Let me skip over to one of the other menus. So after you win the fight, you get a menu like this, where it says how much do you have gained, if you have gained any special items. So the other trickster shard. Okay, I got that. uh, এখন আমি তিনটা অপশন পাচ্ছি যে I can pardon the captives instead of in trade of some treasury. I can execute the captives and gain a leadership bonus for my army, or I can take on the captives and replenish my unit. এখন আমার অন্য কিছু দরকার নেই, টাকা বা অন্য কিছু, so I'm gonna replenish them and that's about it.
Make
That's how
haste,
the
men.
basics works, and then you go to and you siege the
It is important to
cities and
act
stuff like that.
quickly if you have any intention
And
of
that's
securing
about it.
lasting
You
authority
go
over the
around
Empire.
taking down
The
cities,
people
অনেক
must learn
random stuff
that
হয়,
open
যেমন ধরো
descent
এখানে
cannot
gods
be
their happiness
tolerated.
আছে, you have
Capture
a
Grunberg
lot of random stuff
and snuff
happening.
out the resistance there.
Yeah, no one campaign will be the same. This is one of the things that I like about Total Warhammer a lot. So let's say আমি খেললাম, and in my playthrough, in turn 3 I got certain advantages randomly. আমাকে বলবে যে তোমার 1000 ট্রেজারি তোমাকে একজনে গিফট করছে, অথবা তোমার 1000 ট্রেজারি লস হয়েছে, কেউ চুরি করছে, স্টাফ লাইক দ্যাট। এন্ড দেন তোমার ওইসবের মধ্যে ম্যানেজ করতে হবে। আবার তোমার রেবেলসও তোমার কান্ট্রি থেকে আসতে পারে। A lot of other factors go in for Total War Warhammer. So it's a game worth trying if you are into RTS gaming, and this is a very highly rated game. যদিও বাংলাদেশে not highly rated, but none of the reviews I think gave it less than 8. Okay, the well-known reverse. So should be a good ride for anyone who's into RTS gaming. So this is me, Saman Chaudhary, signing off. Take care.